Okay, you ready for our story?
Yeah,
You sure?
and sure.
Okay. So, once upon a time, there were three blueberries. Three blueberries. And these weren't regular blueberries. They were walking, talking, well, actually, were the bouncing, talking blueberries. And these blueberries, they loved to play at the park. And they love to swing on swings. They love to go down the big blue slide. And they love to play in the sands and on the bounce pads and all the fun things you do at a park. So the three blueberries were going down the slide and playing, and then they saw a big pipe in the ground, and they got too close to the pipe and they fell into it. And as they fell into the pipe, they saw all these multiple colors and all these shades, and things spun around, and they heard a noise, and they eventually ended up in the Mushroom Kingdom. You know that?
Yeah.
And in the Mushroom Kingdom, they saw a very special bear. This bear came up to the three blueberries and it said, "Hey, I noticed you guys are blueberries, which is quite odd because I am Blueberry." Not to be confused with a blueberry. He's a blue bear. Right?
Yeah.
His name's Blue Bear.
We.
Not blueberry, but blueberry. So Blueberry was there with the three blueberries. And Blueberry said, "Well, you guys want to help me out? Because you see, in this Mushroom Kingdom, the Princess Toadstool, also known as Princess Peach, has been kidnapped by the mean King Koopa, aka Bowser." So the three blueberries said, "Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to help you, the blue bear. We don't know if we can help you. We're just blueberries. But maybe if we find a special adventurer, maybe he could help us out." And Blueberry, the blue bear, said, "Well, what special adventurer would you recommend?" And the three blueberries said, "Well, where we come from, there's this action figure, also right at Disneyland, and his name is Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones. And he has a whip for his weapon, and he wears like a cowboy hat, kind of. This adventure traveler's hat." And Blueberry, the bear, said, "Well, that sounds great. He could totally help us. That's a good idea." So the blueberries, three of them, they went back into the pipe, back into the regular world, and they found Indiana Jones. And the music played.
And he had a photo album. Daddy.
And they brought him into the Mushroom Kingdom.
And Daddy, Indiana Jones signed your photo album.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and he
of
took a
course.
picture.
He took a picture with the three blueberries and signed their autograph album, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like all the other characters. Yeah. So then Indiana Jones said, "Well, I'm going to have to help you guys get back Princess Peach and we will save her." So the three blueberries and Blueberry, the bear, and Indiana Jones all went out. But here's the problem. They were very far away from Princess Peach or King Koopa or anyone like that. So they needed a special way to get there. And luckily, guess who just landed right next to them? Three C3PO and R2D2
Yay.
from Star Wars, or as we could say, Star Tours, because they were in their Star Tours spaceship. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
There was this other little robot there too. Kind of sounded like Pee Wee Herman, but we won't talk too much about him. But C3PO and R2D2, they said to Blueberry, the bear, and the three blueberries and Indiana Jones, they said, "Hey, we accidentally landed here. We're wondering if you guys needed any help." So the three blueberries, Blueberry, and Indiana Jones said, "Hey, we actually do. We need a ride to King Koopa's castle to save Princess Peach." So R2D2 was like, and C3PO was like, "Yeah, I can manage to do that. Hop on aboard and we will fly you there." And then the robot that sounded like Pee Wee Herman went, "Ah!"
What?
An old robot who used to fly the spaceship. He kind of sounds like Pee Wee Herman for some reason. So,
Oh, he's the actor of Pee Wee Herman.
He is the actor, huh? You're right. So they all got into the spaceship. All the characters got into the Star Tours spaceship. And they went flying super fast, almost like hyperspace fast. And they flew and they flew and they flew. And they stopped and they ended up at King Koopa's scary castle. And there was lava all over the grounds. And there was skeleton turtles walking around. And it was kind of scary. And then they heard from the top of the castle King Koopa's voice. And he said, "Who dare come to my castle? For I am king of the Koopas."
Daddy.
Yeah?
You're scaring me.
Oh, okay. I'll make it more G-rated. So then what happened was Indiana Jones hopped out with Blueberry and the three blueberries and C3PO and R2D2, and we won't mention him much, but the little robot that sounds like Pee Wee Herman. And Indiana Jones said, "Hey, you don't scare our listener, Theodore. And you don't scare anyone else. I am going to use my whip and climb up there and take care of business." And then the theme music started playing. And then John Williams peeked out and he said, "I love this song." And that's all John Williams said. So Indiana Jones used his whip to climb up all the way to the top of King Koopa's castle. And he said, "Hand over Princess Peach." And King Koopa said, "No." He said no. And that's the end of the story.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's not.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you tell me what happens.
No, you make it up.
Oh, you want me to make it up? Oh, okay. So then Indiana Jones said, "You don't tell me no." And King Koopa said,
And
good.
And he did his whoop that knocked him down into lava, and Princess Peach let go of King Koopa, and Jones got Princess Peach, and he got her. Okay,
How did you know the ending?
I just did.
That's the actual ending. So, yep, Indiana Jones whooped King Koopa. He fell in the hot lava. He saved Princess Peach. And then they went back down and they brought Princess Peach to her really pretty castle with no lava at all. And then they all ate jelly beans. Even the three blueberries. They all ate a bunch of jelly beans. Tons of jelly beans. Is that good?
Yeah.
And they waited and waited, and they heard something. Because we're at Princess Peach's castle now. And they heard thump, 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 thump. And they're like, "What's that noise?" What is that noise?
Willie.
Thump, 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 thump. You know what it was?
No.
They heard a knock on Princess Peach's castle door, and they heard it again. Thump, 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 thump. You know who it was?
What?
The Easter Bunny.
Whoa.
The Easter Bunny said, "Hey, y'all. I'm the Easter Bunny, and I'm here to say that I like hiding eggs in a major way. Milky ones, chocolate ones, and candy ones too. I like hiding eggs. How about you?" And all the characters looked at the Easter Bunny like, that's kind of weird. But they were down with the Easter Bunny because the Easter Bunny brings Easter baskets. So they said, "What are you up to, Easter Bunny?" And he said, "Hey, I know Valentine's Day is over, but I'm really excited about Easter, so I wanted to tell you all that you're going to get an Easter basket at Easter time." And the three blueberries said, "Well, we're just blueberries. Do we get a basket?" And the Easter Bunny said, "Yep.
Daddy.
You get a basket too." What's up?
Daddy, he's really dressed up in an Easter Bunny costume. He's really King Koopa. Actually, he's King Koopa's helper. Remember King Koopa's helper? Remember?
It's really King Koopa's helper in the Easter Bunny costume?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's right. Huh? How did you know that?
Because I just did.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so really, it's not the Easter Bunny. It is really King Koopa disguised as an Easter Bunny.
No, it's not King Koopa. It's King Koopa's helper.
It's King Koopa's helper disguised as the Easter Bunny. So then, guess what happens?
What?
Blueberry, the bear, not the blueberries, but the actual bear, Blueberry the bear, he's a smart bear. He's really smart, like this boy named Theodore. He's really smart. The two smartest boys I know are Theodore and Titus, so he's really smart like the both of them. And Blueberry the bear says, "Wait a minute here.
He saw his wand in the Easter. He saw her wand in the Easter basket.
He saw a magic wand from King Koopa's helper. So what Blueberry the bear did was he took the three blueberries and he threw the three blueberries as hard as he could at the King Koopa's helper dressed up as Easter Bunny, and it knocked off the Easter Bunny costume.
And she ran away.
Yeah, and King Koopa's helper ran away
into King Koopa's castle, and she was walking backwards, and she accidentally fell into lava.
How did you know exactly what happened? That's exactly what happened. And then, right at that moment, C-3PO and R2-D2 had everyone get back in their spaceship, and they flew them home on Star Tours, the ride, and took them all back to their rightful places. And then the three blueberries, they went with Indiana Jones back to the regular world through the pipe, and they all went to Disneyland. And guess what? The ride they rode?
Indiana Jones.
They rode Indiana Jones. And that's how we end that story with John Williams cueing the Indiana Jones theme song. Do 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 do
I knew it. I knew it, right?
You knew it. Good job helping me with that story, huh?